Oh, snap. Yeah. Uh-oh. Let's grab oh, hey, Bobby, check this out. I didn't have this. I had it last time, didn't I?
What?
Yeah, I did. I
I
think I
have no
did.
idea.
Okay.
This a new
Oh,
StreamYard?
yeah. Huh?
This a new StreamYard?
Yeah, it's a new one. It's a little different. It's a little jazzy. Um, we got I got buttons so that people can hear me talk about things loudly. Yeah, that type of stuff. What's going on, y'all? Hey, yeah, it's LTS in the hoop, man. It's your boy KWhit, man. We back in the building. It's Bobby G, my guy, Audible Bobby G, man. We are here once again. It's crazy. I feel as though it's been a while, man. How you feeling like over there, bro?
I'm good, man. You know, all good. Son's playing flag football. He's got his championship game tomorrow, so you know everything's good this way.
Okay, little man. What position little man play? You know, in Little League they play like 5 positions. Like which one do you play?
QB1. What
Okay,
you mean? What you mean?
right. Okay. Shout out to little G. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down right now. It's crazy, bro, because I'm literally doing like all kinds of normal dad stuff, like on the regular now. So like I'm playing educator about sports. I'm educating. It's like I'm showing my wife football games and explaining her like rules and stuff, and like when people throw flags and what the flags are. And then the same thing goes with the kids in basketball. Like I did not know that they were so amazed with the WNBA. We're going to talk about that real briefly too. But yeah, I watched the WNBA playoffs. That had me glued to my seat. And of course, they doing some real big things. So we definitely going to jump into that a little later on as well. We really got it's crazy because it's me and you right now. I'm actually waiting on Jay. Of course, everybody knows my brother from another mother, Jay from the MIC. Jay is actually getting ready to jump on at any time and join us. Let me go ahead and shoot him a text. He was like mad excited. I didn't get a chance to like give him descriptions today, but Jay was like stupid amp. Did you see him? Did you see the chat?
Nah, I've been in the chat at all.
Oh man, bro, Jay was wilding in the chat. I was like, yeah, we going back in tonight. You know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, for some odd reason, I think he just without even asking, he's pretty much just ready to go. So big shouts out to everybody tuning in right now. What I want you to do is make sure you like, share, subscribe. We're getting ready to do the LTS in the Hoop Show. This is just the intro. This is the warm up. This is how we get the juices flowing right now. And pretty much, man, we just been up to a couple of things. So while I was not doing basketball, I've been doing the MMA show. That's right, the UFC show with my guy Nick Bodkins. We've been on a roll, going real crazy with the MMA show. Big shouts out to him, Head Kicks and Haymakers. Big shouts out to Bobby Blunts. We've been having a great time, but I've been like missing basketball. Bobby, man, you got your podcast has been going crazy. Tell the people about that one.
Yep, Audible Sports Podcast every Friday for 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. And when football season started, we also added a Thursday night post game presented by Audible. So we got that Thursday and Friday. You get the double dose. Thursday's just all football though. You know, recapping the game, giving our top tens, our weekly top tens, our weekly picks going into whatever week it is in the NFL. And then obviously, Friday it's a little more loose. It's where the barbershop meets the cookout. That's where we get like tonight. Go back and watch it
tonight. Go back.
And watch it. Earlier we was wilding. Now we just did the best and worst Halloween candies. Do's and don'ts for people.
Candy corn's on the bottom of the list, of course, right?
People we need thrown in jail immediately, or anybody who gives out homemade popcorn balls. Don't do that. Don't do
that. That's crazy. Oh, check him out. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we were just speaking about him. Big shout out to my brother from another mother, Jay on the MIC. Jay's in the building. Jay, what's good?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm so happy to talk about these Commanders, man. Jaden 5, son. Not Johnny 5, dog. Jaden 5, son. Ready to talk some. Hold on, I see the
Whoa,
Wait a minute.
hey, Jay. I don't know, man. You missed the memo. We actually it's in the hoop tonight. We doing basketball, bro.
Yeah.
Basketball's back in.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, hey, I'm about to hit the intro. Let's go. Yes, sir. Once again, man, ladies and gentlemen, it's the boys from the Let's Talk Sports Show in the Hoop podcast back in the building. We got
Okay.
from another brother Jay on the MIC. Jay, you here in rare form. Had to switch the hats up, Jay, but you here. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Bobby G. We just had an intro with him. Y'all know me, man. It's your boy KWhit, mama's #1 draft pick, and we are going back into the cookbook, ladies and gentlemen. I got some new recipes I'm gonna be kicking to y'all, but Jay, we were just talking about, what we were excited about. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, you were watching football, bro. What you been up to in our little off season, our little break, bro?
Man, life just lifing, man. Bobby, what's going on, man? How's it been, baby? We hey, we back.
What's happening, brother? We'll actually allow you to switch back to the Commander's hat. I don't know what's going on in Portland. But yeah, you can switch back, if you want to.
Now we're back to
that'd be acceptable.
Now we're back to I guess reality. Reality is I'm a Blazers fan as well. And when it comes to basketball, not much to be happy about. But a win, I think. A win.
Wow.
Yeah. So
we are going to get into everybody's teams and how they doing, of course. But big shouts out to everybody who's normally on the show. Shout out to Allen Peralez, who's actually on another show right now. And of course, our guy, the old head. We got to give a big shout out to Scott, who's going through some things medically right now. But hopefully one day when he's in better spirits, he'll be able to join us as well, man. So bang, man, real talk. NBA season is underway, but right before the NBA season took place, fellas, even if we got a chance to check it out just a little bit, I want to give a real quick shout out to the WNBA champion, New York Liberty. What? Yeah, it's crazy, right? We were talking about it at the end of last season. That I think Bobby pretty much predicted it that it might end up Aces Liberty, but the Aces got eliminated because they met up with the Liberty in the semifinals, and somehow, some way, we got an unsuspected Minnesota Lynx team who actually were really good after the USA basketball break, and boy, did they put on a show. We're not gonna get real deep into it, but of course, Jay, I think you were one of the guys for sure when we were talking about the effects of USA basketball on certain players. I think a lot of us named male players, but I specifically remember you bringing up Sabrina Ionescu as one of the people who were going to grow from that USA basketball trial. Man, how you feel after finding out she pretty much put on a show for the pretty much the first championship in the city of New York in like 28 years or something crazy?
Yeah, I mean, it sort of I was sort of smiling, what I'm saying, like a sort of a proud dad moment. You know what I mean? Where I seen her hit that last three. I feel like, she came along like I thought she would. I thought she would probably be a little bit more, more dominant. But Collier. I was watching how she pretty much flowed in the offense, and I was saying when you look at that whole USA team, she was kind of featured. Like when you see them run their offense, like she's a strong part of that offense, the set and how the set moves. So I saw that, and I used to just always say that, I never knew much about Collier. I'm not gonna be, I was one of them people that kind of casual WNBA watcher, casual, women's double NCAA, viewer. So, it was pretty much almost pretty more on standouts, and she was a standout, but Collier wasn't on my radar. So in the WNBA, just watching her play and how she plays her game, watching her in USA was like, okay, for her to not be intimidated by the star power that she was surrounded by, play the way she was playing during the USA during the Olympics, going into these playoffs, I was like, yeah, okay, this is it. The Lynx, they back. But I loved it, man. I loved it. Shout out to the Knicks, Lynx. But I loved it, man. I want the Eastern Western Conference thing to be. I'm kind of tired of this top 8 teams. I'm kind of done with that now. Now I'm into like East West, because when you're talking about the Aces, I think they're a victim of that, because they got beat by a team, a pretty good team. Shout out to the Liberty, but I just still think it should be East West. I feel like divided somehow.
I honestly, I think I can agree with you, dog. I'm gonna spit my piece about that real quick. Bobby G, man, as our native Las Vegan is, how do you say that? Las Vegan?
Las Vegan.
As our native Las Vegan, man.
Or Nevadian.
Yeah, Nevadian, right? How you feel about, of course, the Aces losing, but still the playoff picture playing out the way it did, and it actually turned out to be a really good playoff series.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of on board with Jay. I can agree with that a little bit. I feel like a lot of people feel like, despite how good, I mean, the WNBA final was good watch. It was entertaining, it was competitive, but I feel a lot of people felt that the WNBA finals was the semifinals, and whoever won the series between the Liberty and the Aces was going to eventually win the championship. So as a league developing, your viewership was up, your attendance was up, everything was up, pointing in the right direction. You want to always put your best foot forward. So somehow, some way, somehow, they should have made that happen. And yeah, I think obviously going forward, we see Indiana coming, we see Connecticut building, but the cream of the crop is still New York, Las Vegas. So yes, it's time to do away, and you're expanding, so it's time to do away with conferences. I mean, do away with the top 8, and let's just hey, it's East versus West, man. Every sport has it. Like it's I understand there was a need just because of structure, the financial situation due to travel during the playoff. I understand, but you just signed a deal worth a couple B's, not M's, couple B's, a couple billions.
We got to kick the numbers.
Yeah,
numbers of the second.
Yeah, you got the money now. So yeah, let's catch up with the rest of the sports world and make that happen.
And yeah, Bobby, man, you hit the nail on the head. That deal is worth some crazy numbers. Big shouts out to Sports PSP. My people's in the building checking us out right now. I know they got a plethora of shows. Big shout to my guy Champ, who's always out there. We're gonna get Champ on here to talk some basketball too. Shout out to his Falcons. You know what I'm saying? When we talk some football with Champ, I know he's gonna have a lot to say about Kirk Cousins and his walking your trap and take over your trap chat I heard the other morning. Anyway, when we talk about the WNBA, man, first of all, just like both of you fellas mentioned, it was a spirited championship series. Bobby hit the nail on the head with that one, straight up and down. I think that whoever won that semifinals game matchup between the Aces and the Liberty, we're going to pretty much win it all. But the Lynx coming out of nowhere to be the contender after the All-Star break, featuring Nafisa Collier, who arguably was one of like the official runner-up or the unofficial runner-up to Asia Wilson this past year. WNBA Defensive Player of the Year, WNBA All First Team, Commissioner's Cup MVP, gold medalist, Western Conference Player of the Month. The accolades went on and on for Nafisa Collier. So if the world didn't know, they definitely know about her now. And the WNBA announced a new 11-year media rights deal featuring a partnership with Disney, Amazon Prime, and new rights holder NBC Universal. The deal is valued at, guess what, y'all? Hold on. Let me say it this real quick. $2.2 billion. Yeah, that's crazy. So somehow, some way, after everybody made all of that noise about certain players bringing eyeballs to the game, and we was already playing basketball before they got here. I feel like they are reaping the benefits of this last draft class, owning up and playing up to their specific draft perspectives. Seriously,
no, they're not.
Then, no. Tell me what's going on. They're not.
You're being a liar. You're holding back. You're being political. Stop it. We're not political here.
This is the first show back, bro. We can't go all off.
They are reaping the benefits of Caitlin Clark.
They are.
Keep it a buck. Ain't no them. Keep it a buck. They're reaping the benefits of Caitlin Clark. They didn't trash this girl all year. They threw her all over the court. She kept her mouth shut. She didn't say nothing about nobody. She was like a drug dealer that got caught and didn't snitch. And now they about to go to the bargaining table and use everything that she did for them to try and get them more money. When before they go into that boardroom, just make sure that Miss Clark is present, facing backwards with her pants down, so all of y'all can kiss her ass before y'all walk into that boardroom.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Once again, the thoughts of Audible Bobby G are not that of all of us on LTS, but in real life, Bobby hit the nail on the head, man. Caitlin Clark was ostracized day in and day out for at least, what do you think, Jay? Maybe like the first 2 months,
the whole season.
I mean, at least I'm saying the first 2-3 months. I'm talking about every pass, every layup, every missed pass, every turnover. Like, and we're gonna get to the next one, but I'll let Jay get his thoughts off about what about Caitlin Clark, man. Like, what do you like? The Caitlin Clark effect is what we're reaping the benefits of now. Do you agree or do you disagree?
Totally agree. I mean, who will be watching the WNBA if Caitlin Clark didn't exist right now? Half of the notoriety, even the fact that like even the analysts are getting paid now. You know what I'm saying? So come on, I'm trying to think of a reason why other than Angel Reese. I mean, I'm sorry, but Angel Reese will just be another, Tina Thompson, Lisa Leslie, just be another one of those, man. I hate to say it because it's just that frame that she's in. You know what I'm saying? That box that she's in. You know what I'm saying? Like, even Parker, all of them, like it's this frame. People kind of even tired of seeing that. And this is a fresh league. And they tired of seeing that frame. They want to see the AIs of the game come into to play now. That's what they want to see now. And we're starting to see a little pinch of that. Again, when Juju and Beckers and who, I'm not even gonna say it, but you know what I'm saying, them Gamecocks, start coming into play. You know what I mean?
Don't forget
it's gonna be something serious.
Daughter.
Huh?
I said, don't forget about Camouflage, daughter. R.I.P. Camouflage.
Yeah, Flage's gonna be a solid. I swear, man, she's so fundamentally sound and solid as a player. As young as she is, it's scary. I don't think people realize that. Like, she can be a walking triple double going into the WNBA. Like imagine like D Wade, how D Wade was, when he showed out against Kentucky, how he did his thing in the tournament. Like, Flage is showing you like glimpses of that right now. Like, she can be that type of player. So yeah, man, I'm excited about it. But yeah, like Caitlin Clark definitely brought all the attention to not just keep it to where it's been, to globalize it, to have people actually like say, I'm going to show up to see this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's, that's big. But yeah, sorry for the big answer, but yeah, yeah.
That's
It's
what
all
it
good,
is.
man. I knew you would know. I knew you would know how to close it out. Last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and do this right quick. The average attendance for the Women's National Basketball Association games in 2002 was 2,478 people. In 2024, it is now at a whopping 9,807, with the highest average in about 22 years. So, I mean, the numbers are speaking for themselves, in my opinion. So big shouts out to the ladies of the WNBA. We will be keeping our eyes on the stories as they develop. But hey, fellas, man, keeping it real, man. The NBA kicked off a heck of a basketball season this past 2 weeks. I think we're about 7-8 games in so far. Yeah, 7-8 games in. And it looks like we got to talk about the hottest teams in the league, bro, right now. And I know it's early. But some teams look really, really good. We're gonna talk about a couple teams who made some moves. I know Jay's got a couple in mind. I know Bobby got a couple in mind. But just to kick it off, man, where do our eyes go first? And for me, at the beginning of the season, they go straight to the defending champ. Now the defending champ, Boston Celtics. Man, I got to talk about it just real quick, man. So everybody sees what happened, right? Everybody saw what happened. The Team USA basketball lost Kawhi Leonard, but then they picked up Derek White, and then we had Jason Tatum, and then they go, yeah, Jason Tatum, Derek White for the championship Celtic team, blah blah blah, whoop de whoop. Them boys barely saw. Derek White played. All right, I ain't gonna lie. Derek White got some PT. Jason Tatum, I think, saw a combined 12 minutes on the court throughout the whole Olympic basketball session. Jason Tatum saw 12 minutes total. And they did not even pick up Jaylen Brown, who was the Eastern Conference Larry Bird semifinals MVP, and then the total NBA MVP, NBA Finals MVP. Didn't even bring him in when Kawhi Leonard went down. I feel like the young men that they are as a team, putting their heads together, almost coming together to form Voltron. They on a warpath right now. That very first game against the Knicks, oh, bro, that was video game numbers. You know what I'm saying? Normally, and I'm someone that watches like that first game on a regular. Normally, when they do those ring ceremonies, I think last year Denver got dragged. You know what I'm saying? I can remember Golden State looking trashed the first couple times when they put them rings on. This is one of the first times the champions have received a ring and came out there and blown somebody clean out of the water. And it looks like the Boston Celtics, especially once Kristaps Porzingis returns from microscopic knee surgery, if I'm not mistaken, should be heavy favorites, if not the favorite for returning to the NBA Finals. So I just want to throw the Celtics out there first. So, boys, after we talk about the Celtics, who else looks hot in these first couple games?
Well, first, I'm gonna say, I'm trying to stay away from the only fact that we only have 2 undefeated teams at this point, which one of them, I really wish somebody else can be here to just pop in and just talk about them as much as he wants to now at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be great if Allen was here, but of course we have Out of the Thunder and Bobby's Cavs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I gotta give a shout out to out of the hottest teams in the league, because we say the hottest team.
The hottest, yeah.
hottest team. So I'm not gonna get all into what I'm actually paying attention to right now. But man, shout out to the Suns, man.
Wow.
Shout out to the Suns.
I like that one.
You know, for right now, they're managing. They're making it happen. They're making it work. It's an 82 game season, just like you said. It's very early. But I really like how right now they're holding up, and they're playing into some type of system. Where they're playing positive, man. I'm taking the Suns right now. I like the Suns because again, there's no point me talking about the other team. That's in our division because somebody's gonna talk them enough for me, for everybody on this panel here.
For the
So
next 2 months.
yeah, so I don't mention them. I just I just let them go. But now, like shout out to the Suns. They're like I say, they're playing 800 basketball with just one loss. You know, KD and like Booker, they're playing some type of Booker's somehow making it happen. Everybody's wants to ridicule him about him not being a point guard. How can they make it work? And Beal, oh man, Beal can't stay healthy. All three of them combined, they can't stay healthy. Let's see how this plays out. I'm not gonna be that guy right now. I'm a everybody stays healthy right now, in my opinion. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody stays healthy right now, in my opinion, because I don't want, but the Suns. I say it's the Suns for me. I like how they're playing good basketball.
I like that, bro. Shout out to the Suns out here doing their thing right about now. Bobby G, when you think about the hottest teams in the league right now, who you got your eye on, my brother?
I mean, unfortunately, it's only one direction to look, and that's Cleveland, Ohio. And that's I wish I was being biased, but I'm not. Like, we didn't make a lot of moves. They relied on continuity, changed the head coach, changed the team mind frame, and they're coming out showing it. Kenny Atkinson was brought in for one reason and one reason only: revamp the way we run offense, and he's done that. And he's done that without losing defensive integrity. He's relied on the fact that these guys were taught by JB Bickerstaff. So I would never shoot the man down. He just couldn't get it done overall. But you could see the defensive fundamentals and strategies he instilled in them remain. And they're also ingesting this new information, keeping that defense alive. Because when you look at all the metrics that they touch have only been seen by 4 other teams in the history of the NBA through 5 games, just to keep it tuned with it being early. But it's not lost that the other 4 teams that have done what they're doing right now all made the NBA Finals, including last year's Boston Celtics. Their start is that good. Being ranked top 3 in offense and defense. It's only been accomplished 4 other times. Like I said, all 4 of those teams made the NBA Finals. So, we'll see if they can keep it going. I like what I'm seeing out of Evan Mobley. He's being aggressive. They're running more things through him. Darius Garland looks healthy. And I say that because I give him a pass for last season because I don't think people really realized what his injury was like. And like he broke his jaw 2 games into the season. Jaw's wired shut. With you host head kicks and haymakers. The man he was on a liquid diet for months.
Wow.
You know. When boxers cut weight for these fights, after the fight is over, they take 4 or 5 month breaks to get their body back right. Darius Garland was trying to do that while playing professional basketball. He's trying to get his weight back and get healthy while playing basketball, which is a cardio-driven sport. So he's losing what he's gaining back at the same time. Again, boxers completely take 4 to 5 months off You expect this man to do what they're doing while he's still doing his profession. It's impossible. It's an impossible task. So I'll give him a pass for that season. He's had the whole off season to get his body right, and it's showing in his play. Donovan Mitchell, we see him being a leader. And the reason I get excited is because I look at the games we played so far. 2 years ago, we played the Knicks in the playoffs. Out of Jared Allen's mouth, the lights were too bright. They weren't ready for the speed of the game. They weren't ready for the physicality. The other night, we beat the Knicks down. Physically, mentally, like we went to the Garden like it was ours. You can see the lessons learned. Like you can visibly see they were not afraid of going to the Garden. They went in there to prove a point, and they did it. Last year, we played a taxing series against the Magic before the Celtics beat us. Tonight, you can see how mentally they approach. We want to destroy this team. We don't want this team to think that they can hang with us. So they've learned the lessons that I feel that they should be learning at this time. Win the games you're supposed to. You shouldn't lose the season series to the Magic, to the Pacers, to the Hawks. Yeah, if you lose the season series to the Celtics, we're cool with that. Don't get blown out of the building. So we'll see in a couple weeks when these teams play. Like we got a big home and home coming up against Milwaukee. We'll see how they do. Hopefully they can keep it rolling. But hey, right now, Cavs coming to your gym. It's gonna be a tough night.
Oh, and you said a lot there without saying too much. Because I know as a Cavaliers fan, you don't want to give away all the secrets at one time. But I just got finished watching the Cavs pummel the Orlando Magic without Paolo Banchero, and they look like totally different team from what they were.
Exactly. And if you watch the game, and if you watch the game, if Paolo would have been on the court, it wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, it was very deep. It was very deep. Somebody else I wanted to just well, it's not even somebody, it's kind of like a family. I want to bring a quick highlight to a family. So, as basketball fans, from time to time we get caught up in basketball families, who do well, who make a lot of noise. And one family in particular was brought to the limelight, and just so happened both of them are coming back completely healthy this season. And I'm talking about the Ball brothers, man. Alonzo and LaMelo, man. Alonzo Ball back in Chicago comes onto the court, gets a standing ovation after not playing basketball for what I believe is about at least 2.5 years, maybe more. And of course LaMelo, who got injured midway through what seemed to be a resurgence for the Charlotte Hornets last season, and that completely derailed him once he went down. And they look like two totally different guys, bro. I mean, this is an instance when, I think the time off is paying off for the two of them, because I think having to reset after injury, a lot of times, you hear about, and Jay probably could have tested this a little more than I could. You hear about, them having to start from the basics, the one-on-one drills, then you go from one-on-one to 3-on-3. Then you hear, okay, now they're playing a little half court. Okay, now they're running fives. You know what I'm saying? And I think going through that maturation after somewhat both of them playing basketball, serious competitive basketball from high school, especially LaMelo, who we pretty much chronicled the beginning of the social media craze for basketball players, with all of the hoopla that he and his brothers went through, especially with their father, driving the machine, which is the Ball family. So big shouts out to him. I gotta, although sometimes their father gets a bad rap, I just want to say in real life, I don't care how I do it. If I get 3 of my sons to get to the league, 3, even if one of them dips and goes to play in Europe or Australia, if they touch an NBA court, I did something in life, and I'm black. But at the same time, back to what's important. LaMelo in Charlotte right now, and shout out to Big Ron. We appreciate you, man, for liking and sharing. Make sure you share and link up with us, Big Ron. Top 20 player when healthy. He making the case for that, bro. I really
That might be pushing it.
20, 25, maybe 25. But
35.
top 30? Top 30.
About 35.
He making noise. He making noise to creep into 25.
Yeah.
Something like that. He's gonna do a little more for me this week. But I'm excited to see what develops with, which what seems to be almost an abysmal space to play basketball right now in Chicago for Lonzo. And they got rid of, what's my guy? They sent him to Sacramento. I just had his name.
DeMar DeRozan.
Yeah, they got rid of DeMar DeRozan, and now what I'm saying, it's kind of like a bit of a refresh pace in Chicago at the moment. But I'm excited to see what goes on between the two Ball brothers, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm wishing them nothing but health and wealth going forward in this NBA season. And of course, them both playing in the Eastern Conference. We will get some Ball brother matchups if healthy. At least 4 times this coming season. So I'm looking forward to seeing those matchups on ESPN. So we said the Cavs, we said the Celtics. I'm talking about the Ball brothers. Anything? Another one we got in mind, Jay? Because we doing pretty. That was pretty much East Coast. We got some West Coast.
Yeah, I was talking about the Suns. Don't forget.
Yes, more West Coast. I mean, my bad.
Again, you say hottest, and it's kind of tough to say so early, but I would like to see Houston. Right now, they're like at number 5 right now. I would like to see Houston stay probably somewhere in the middle of the pack, or possibly, sad to say, it's gonna possibly, it's gonna be injury. There's gonna be, we already have injury. I guess we're gonna get to that later. But it's, maybe they could creep up to a 3 spot, 4 spot.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Let's see what Houston can do. You know what I mean? It's gonna be tough. That's a tall task. That's a big ask. But I want to see Houston. They're at number 5 right now. Again, it's early. No, but right now they're at number 5 in a very deep Western Conference. So like, let's see what happens. Let's see. Right now we already know the Clippers have some injury issues going.
Right.
You know what I mean? In the West. So we'll see. But I'm pretty impressed by how they ended the season, even though they fell sort of short. But they fought at the very end of the season. They had a chance. Can't ask for more anymore. You would think that they're gonna move into like actually making the playoffs. At least like if Houston finishes off in the 8th spot going into the playoffs, that still does not meet expectations.
Tough out there in Houston, bro.
Yeah, I can give you a player, not necessarily a team.
Go ahead, B. Go ahead. You got
Ja Cooking, man. Ja's reminding people that he's one of the best players in this league.
Oh yeah.
As long as he has the off the court under control, and he can keep it under control, keep the main thing the main thing. He's still my favorite player to watch in the league currently. The dude's had double-digit assists every game except for one. Obviously, double-digit scoring, and to me, he's the player most in the NBA that affects winning. Like, if he's not on the court, Memphis has zero chance. If he's on the court, they can literally beat anybody. So yes, it's fun having him back and watching him do his thing.
Oh man.
One thing.
Go ahead, Jay.
My fault. One thing about that is that team is one team in the NBA that's definitely built around one player.
I would only disagree because like the roster was together before him though. Like they haven't really picked up anybody at like he was like the final drafted piece. J3 was already there. Granted, they're both young. I mean,
Right.
he was a year, but like him and Bane came in together. So, but it was like everybody else you had in play at the time, because remember Steven Adams was there. So like they had plays in place. He just kind of came in, and when it was supposed to be Zion's moment, rookie year, Ja kind of took that over and it's like brought Memphis out of nowhere. Like that's the only reason I would disagree. But I completely get what you're saying.
And now they have big world. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny, like you go back into time and that franchise, I guess you could say in that franchise, Vancouver, they have big country.
yeah,
Now they got big world. Because you can't call him big country. He's bigger than the country. He's bigger than big country. He's the world. Like, but I haven't gotten to see much of him because all the highlights have been like Ja Morant highlights.
yeah,
Every time they go on to Ja Morant, you know, they going to Memphis. You see him, you know, slashing through the lane.
yeah.
And I hope he stays healthy with his style of play.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? That's always a concern of mine because every time he goes to the hole, he's fearless.
Yeah.
He cares nothing about collision.
Nothing.
Most of his shots are like Jurgen collision. So it's like, you know, it's like, damn, bro, like, damn. I want you to just say F it one day and just stay behind the arc, man. I can't wait that he picks up, hopefully, for real. Hopefully he picks up that part of the game, but that's how he plays. That's you know, that's how he gets his good dough. So can't knock him on that, but I would like to see him kind of like like tone it down on that part, like you know, like figure it out some other way, just a little bit, you know, because that's you being that small, like that's come on, that you know, that has to add up and take a toll. But
I, de- I definitely feel
he
you on
is
that.
he is playing nice, very very well.
Man, so yeah, we jumping around a little bit, and I like that. Don't forget, everybody, this is the LTS in the Hoop podcast, with Bobby G from the Audible podcast group. We got Jay on the MIC, my brother from another mother from RecRoom Sports, and me, your boy KWhit, your mama number one draft pick, as always. And we are discussing the beginning of the NBA season with the hottest teams in the league right now. Not just the hottest teams, but also the hottest players, some things that are catching our eye. Trivia questions. We got
Shoot.
you know, I think we got questions going on for the trivia.
Yeah, so what I'm gonna do uh is I guess I'm gonna start this off. Um I wish I had a Dikembe Mutombo trivia question that I could whip up real quick.
Ooh.
That would have been the answer because I kind of think backwards. Sad to say, you know, some people that know me, I sort of think backwards, but sometimes it makes sense.
I could have gave you one of those.
But uh, let's go with this is you know one, and I'm just out of my mind. I had like four that I was gonna ask, and I'm just gonna go with this one because I want to see. I wanted to wait to Allen. I meant to ask you. I want to wait to Allen
Oh, you
came
wanted to wait
in
till
because
Allen got here.
I
Okay.
wanted to see what if he was gonna actually have the answer. But
Mhm.
in the NBA, what numbers did Michael Jordan wear?
Oh, easy.
Uh, well, we gonna go this in the NBA and not the Olympics, right?
In the NBA,
Easy.
only in okay.
Yeah, you go first with.
I'm going 23, 45. And didn't they mess his jersey up like one time? I can't remember what number again.
Yeah, 12. He wore number 12.
12. Yeah. What was it? It
Said
was
I was gonna
You
start
thought
off.
he's gonna be sneaky. I actually
Yeah.
have a basketball card where he has it on.
but with the 12 jersey?
Yeah, it was against Orlando, and it's
I think
a card of I think it's like a Scott Skiles card, but
Wow.
he's in it, and you see the nameless number 12.
Wow.
I
That's crazy.
I think I actually have. I want to say, do I have that? No, I'm gonna look, and then I'm gonna say, guess what? I actually had that same card because I actually have it where he doesn't have you can't see the whole number, but you see it. Then you see the back of him, and he doesn't have a name.
Yeah,
He
there's
doesn't
no
have the
name
name
plaque.
on the back as well. So, but I can't remember whose card it was. But I'm gonna check that out. But yeah, I said I was gonna start off easy, but that was it. That was all.
Yeah,
That
you
was
got
all
some
I
people
had.
sleeping with that.
That was a tough one, though.
All
That
right.
was a tough one if I wasn't thinking. Oh, so speaking of cards, and I was just gonna throw this out there at the end. So of course, everybody's got Netflix right now. Just a little something, right? So Netflix has the Monsters miniseries on at the moment, which features the Menendez brothers. Everybody knows about that, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows. We can't really get deep into it, but they pewed both of their parents for suing them. Yeah, it's kind of crazy because we can't say those words. So I most recently discovered that on a Mark Jackson basketball card in
Oh yes, that
the
is right.
Menendez brothers are featured in a corner, and this is after they pewed their parents. They was at
That's wild.
front row, mid court, drinking hand in Mark Jackson's car. I was like, yo, it was. I don't know, man.
That's wild.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
spooky.
wild. You know what I'm saying? Not only am I a gangster, but I love the Knicks. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. Yeah, that is weird. That is weird. Every time I look at that, I was like, is that Photoshop? You know what I'm saying? Like
right there with the Knicks hats on and Patrick Ewing. This baby was
because you could have caught them, while they were actually sitting, in court. You know what I mean? And Photoshop their faces into, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's what I always think about when I look at that card. Like, yo, there's no way. Like, who the hell was like looking at a Martin Jackson card? Was like, holy shit!
Yeah,
The Menendez brothers. Like, what? Hey, it is what it is.
You see some wild things in sports cards, man.
Probably worth a lot of money. And thanks, Jay, for the trivia. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate that. We're gonna try to probably keep that. Get us a question going, especially with everybody in the chat. Once again, everybody in the chat, we appreciate you. And now I want to take
you got one, man.
They only got one, and I'm 0 for 1. I'm gonna next time I'm gonna have 3 because I wanna at least get a win out of. Yeah, I'm gonna do 3. The other 2 are pretty simple. They too simple. If you got that, then I think I'm not gonna get these past you. So
I give you a Mutombo one since you wanted one.
They
were taking one that don't involve, but this. Everybody knows Dikembe Mutombo was a part of the Nuggets team that beat the Saints, the first 8 seed to be the 1 seed.
Ooh, yeah.
Who was the starting point guard of that team?
Wow. Was Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf on there somewhere?
No, sir.
Damn, that's too late. Okay.
Nah, it was you got another guess with because I think I know who this is. Was he the starting point guard?
I'm stumped on that one because that Mahmoud Abdul was really my answer when you said that team, but I might be too early.
Shoot. I swear I know this answer, but was he the starting point guard? Damn.
Somebody unsuspecting.
You know what? Well, okay, look. I'm just gonna say Robert Pack.
Yeah, it's Robert Pack.
Okay. I was saying like maybe possibly he was like just coming in the league and somebody else was starting.
Yeah, he was. He didn't start till late in the season. Then he started in that series.
Right, and then that was one of that there
kind of launched him into not superstardom, but it made him a name, and then his career never fully added up to what people thought it would be after that. But he'll always have that series.
Right. He did a little something. So yeah, moving on, guys. We're still gonna talk about what's been hot at the beginning of the season. And what we're gonna do is do a little impact or step back. And when I tell you impact or step back, I want to name a couple of teams who made some moves this season, and I got them right here on my phone. And of course, y'all know the moves they made. Of course, we can talk about them, and we're going to see if those moves in particular are going to make an impact, or are they going to take a step back as far as these teams are concerned. And I'm gonna do a quick one. There's, I think this is one we kind of discussed last season, and we were thinking what's going to happen with this player, with these teams in particular. What are they going to do? What are they going to add? Who's going to take them? So on and so forth. So let's start off with an easy one, which would be the Dallas Mavericks, right? Okay, and as I see here, the Dallas Mavericks at this current point in time, according to NBA.com, are currently ranked at number 8 on the power ranking. They were 7 last week. They went down a notch. The Mavs were 11 and 12 last season when Luka scored at least 40 points. This season, they are 0 and 1 without enough help to go against Phoenix. So somewhere in here, we got to talk about the addition of Klay Thompson, the resurgence of Kyrie Irving, and whether or not pretty much that addition and the rest of the moves were impact or a step back. What you guys think? We'll go to Bobby on this one.
I think Clay's gonna have an impact. That's easy. Imagine if they'd had Klay Thompson in the finals. Not to say they would have won, but it would have definitely been a different look. Luka was dead tired, and Kyrie, Boston just schemed him perfectly. Imagine if he would have had Klay Thompson to lean on to kind of slow down those double teams. So yeah, definitely have impact. It also refresh his career, man. New scenery, and I think from watching him play, I think he likes his role. Like he's honestly, he's more wide open now than he was playing with Steph.
All right, for sure.
Yeah, he just gets to shoot threes, and I mean, although he's still probably looked at as the better defensive option between the three, there's not as much pressure on him defensively because you got those two monsters down low, Lively and Gafford. So even if somebody blows an assignment, like it's really on those guys, he doesn't have to be the stopper that where he constantly had to cover up for Steph's lack of defensive ability. So I think it'll refresh him. This seems to be a situation where it's not going to take them a whole bunch of games to get used to how to play. Like it's damn near clicking. Yeah, 20 points first game.
Mm-hmm.
It's double digits every game except for one. He's getting his look. So yeah, that could definitely impact, and I think it'll definitely pay dividends come playoff time.
I like that one. Jay, what do you think about with these Dallas Mavericks, bro?
Stepping back, man. Stepping back. I don't think they did enough to keep up with. I'll put it like this, because it's not like really real huge moves were made, but the way that team is made up, you rely a lot on the health of Luka and Kyrie, and I just really feel that they both are risky. Like I'm already seeing games where Luka's like coming out of games, having to get mended up, and it's like, again, it's an 82 game season. The better the competition, the more strenuous you're going, the harder you're going, day in and day out. I just think, when you look at how last season played out, a lot of injury, what I'm saying, late in the season where, a lot of teams didn't finish where they could have. A lot of teams even like thrive off of the fact that some teams didn't even make it that were supposed to. You look at a Pelicans team that's playing pretty well and already lost a piece that was supposed to help that team get over the hump.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm right now, I'm just a fan. you know, I give you all the numbers in the world. All right, I'm just a fan right now because so many people getting hurt. You know what I'm saying, and everything is just changing just like that. You know what I'm saying? Teams that are supposed to be doing very well. Again, I'm not going to talk about that team. I guess we go talk about that team later. You know what I'm saying? You know, teams supposed to be doing very well. It's like, you know, oh, this person's all right. No, they're not all right.
Not.
Remember we talked about this. Here we are. I'm gonna be freaking great everywhere, son. And I'm gonna be talking about this same person. You know what I'm saying? If he played that long, like, yo, man, he ain't good. Yo, he's not good. Like right now, this is. Let me back up off of that. We know what I'm talking about, but
we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get into it.
It's early. It's too early. It's too early to tell anything. Even the Suns look good right now. See what I'm saying? Like it's and I hate to say it like that, but it's too early. It's too early.
But do they look good or are they just winning? There's a difference.
They just winning.
See,
they just winning because
really
right.
Good.
And my thing about the teams now that are good, that seem like they're gonna do well, because you know, look at Minnesota. Look who they picked in the first and second round on the draft, and they're not even in the rotation right now. They bring them along the 82 games. You know, with these players, they can possibly stay healthy. You know, with Dillingham on the bench and who else did they get the second round pick? But anyway, it's they could bring those guys along slowly. You know, these guys are standouts in college. You know what I mean? And that is going to help your team. Not, hey, we're going to rely on these veterans to come out here day in, day out, 82 game season, and they're going to make it to the playoffs. And no, that doesn't work anymore. By the end of the season, you watching the playoffs, like, yeah, wait till next year when we get healthy. Every year, it's a new day. It's a new day with that. You know what I'm saying? And you have to have that young talent sitting on the bench, coming along slowly, like, hey, yo, big man need a rest tonight. I need you to give me 24 minutes tonight, not 8. You know what I'm saying? And
that's
you know, come along. But yeah,
they use some pushback. Who are the last 4 NBA champions?
We're going to say Boston, Denver, Denver again, and Golden State.
Denver they go back to back. They're Milwaukee and Golden State.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Golden State is in there in Milwaukee. So that's
damn. That seems so long ago when Milwaukee won.
Yeah, but look at what you said. Like, it's not a veterans game, but look, Milwaukee veteran team, Golden State veteran team. Denver veteran team, Boston veteran team. So yeah, the young man, they're getting to the second round, but so what? So it's like when you say it, like, it's even look at the losers.
Denver, I mean, right now,
Boston lost the finals, veteran team. Phoenix Suns lost the finals, veteran team. And who did Denver beat? Who did they beat? Can't remember who they
beat Boston.
So Boston lost 2 finals.
Yeah.
No, they beat the Heat.
They beat the Heat.
Super veteran team.
Yeah.
Oh, the Heat. You can't say the Heat is a super veteran. Nah.
Really?
They are.
They had Adonis Haslem. They had Adonis Haslem on the roster, boy.
He's not. He's on the roster, like on the roster.
Yeah, now
he's doing what I was doing. He's doing what I'm doing right now on the roster.
But that team didn't have a rookie on it.
Yes, I'm sure they did.
No,
maybe not one that played.
Well, I'm sure they did, but you gotta think about it. Tyler Hero was
not fresh. A rookie.
Okay, he's Martin's fresh. They had the other guy.
No, the Martin brothers. They were journeymen. He had been in the league like 2 or 3 years.
But they're still fresh. These guys have been in the league a few years.
Yeah, at least being led by Jimmy, by Bam, Kyle Lowry.
But if you look at Dallas, okay, when you look at Dallas, okay, what I mean by veterans, okay, when you look at who other than Kyrie and Luka can you depend on Say they both wiped out. Game 40. Game 40. Gone. Both of them.
But
Who can you depend on?
But
that's
every
gonna
team in the NBA.
I can't really say that.
Yeah, really? Who's
I can't really say that.
in the NBA with the Boston Celtics? If you take away Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, who can I depend on? Nobody, because you can depend on those people because those two are present.
You can say a lot about a lot of teams, definitely.
That's what every team. If you take away the two best players, you
take away Ant-Man from Minnesota.
They're trash.
Right
now. Right now, they're trash.
Ooh.
You believe that?
Trash.
He's the only player who can you depend on with him there?
Julius Randle. All night. No passing.
Shout out the world champ right here.
And you talk about being injured. Didn't he just miss a whole playoffs?
Ooh. Who, Randle?
Yes.
I don't see a lot of these teams. I see these teams again that have people on the bench. Again, Minnesota as an example, Dillingham, with the people that they brought along as rookies, coming along slowly. Dallas is going to be in the same hole every year because they depending on Luka and Kyrie and a bunch of Tito's and Jermaines.
But they got us to the finals last year.
Not the Tito's and Jermaines.
They scored well, but I think
Thank you, Tanner. Julius Randle. You better off with Orange Julius.
Julius Randle. Check this out. Julius Randle by himself, not passing the ball, is a pretty good damn player. But what else could he do for your team?
He passed the ball when it went out of bounds and he caught it and handed it back to the ref because he was hurt.
He ain't passing the ball. The point is, if he's not passing the ball, why not have somebody to come out? He plays very well when he's on the team by himself with nobody to pass the ball to. When he was with the Lakers, he was scoring like 30 a night by himself because he had nobody to pass the ball to. But they were losing. But nah, I'm just all jokes aside. Like I just really feel that the Dallas is just not it right now. With Clay, I just think that's still going to die off. Let's just see if he can stay healthy. Basically, that's my thing. Let's just see you stay healthy. Because he's been doing that when he's been, those last couple seasons in Golden State. He had a strong push, and then by the end of the season, he's not scoring. But that was like 2 seasons. It was 2 seasons.
Agreed.
Well, see, all right. So now that we're talking, we actually brought up Julius Randle, so I might as well do this one, right? So the NBA Power Rankings have the team that plays in Madison Square Garden in the Mecca, the number 5 New York Knicks right now, going at 5 in the Power Rankings. The Knicks have mixed results in week 1. We're probably more about the opponents, the difference between the Celtics and everybody else than the Knicks themselves. They were on fire. Tied for a record made 3-pointers on Tuesday, but we're getting good looks they weren't getting good looks from everybody, but often Karl Anthony Towns in the pick and roll situation. So as we talk about the Knicks right now, ladies and gentlemen, Jay mentioned the aforementioned Julius Randle and Karl Anthony Towns were traded for one another, along with one of my favorite players, White Dante, aka Dante DiVincenzo, and got him sent to Minnesota. And I feel as though that was a little cold. Them boys was getting ready, wanted to play with each other, the Villanova boys. I'm pretty sure they was ready to get that going on the court one time. But as we see the lineup progressing, and he even got a New York nickname now, the Big Bodega. Do we see Big Cat as a impact or the move for Big Cat having an impact or a step back on the New York Knicks?
Hey. It's sad to see them ship away Julius Randle, man, and
but you said it though. You did say it. You did. You my dog. You said it. I give you that one. Kudos to you.
I felt like
last season, ladies and gentlemen.
No, I always felt like Julius Randle was a black hole. I always like he's a black hole, man. You give him the ball, like I made the joke like it's a lot of things you will get back before you get a basketball back from Julius Randle. And chemistry wise, when we're talking about how that team was moving, how they was playing during the playoffs, I still had the question like, how they gonna play with Julius Randle? Dog? Like, okay, I get all that. That's cool. But next season, how are they gonna play with Julius Randle? Because like, nah, man, I can't see them trying to keep him. And them making that trade seems like a perfect trade. DiVincenzo is awesome that he got to release his frustration. You know what I mean? After being like casted out, you know what I'm saying? Of the Jacksons. You know what I'm saying? The White Jackson, he got casted out, but not seriously. He that was just so funny that he got to actually get into it with his former team, and you just see the bitterness. He was bitter. He cannot say he was. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't a little bitter. You know what I mean? But he is the perfect complement to the Timberwolves, along with the them acquiring Julius Randle. I think so, man. We're gonna see how this works out because Anthony Edwards again. It's the AE show. You know what I'm saying? He sits on the bench. Julius, there you go. Go. I just really feel like it's working out for them right now. We'll see. But as far as the Knicks are concerned, you laughing, but man, I really believe in Julius. I'm trying, man. I'm trying to be positive for this man, yo. I'm trying, yo. You trying to make me say. You trying to make me say no.
I'm not trying.
No, there's a reason. Look. I've been enjoying watching my football. I've been being positive because everything has been positive. So I've been staying positive. So we're gonna be positive. Hey, Julius Randle is working well in Minnesota. It's okay. They're looking like they gotta work through a couple things, but they're gonna be all right. They have young talent coming off of the bench. I'm kind of more glad that they got rid of Anderson. I think Anderson was impeding the offense more than Julius Randle would impede the offense. I really feel because he freaking slow motion. He takes these crazy shots. He shoots about 10 air balls a game, and he's still in the NBA. Okay, cool.
Slow-mo, literally. It
is. Yeah.
Like, that's his nickname. So it's like, okay, cool. That's what y'all, they got him out of there. And I just think the offense, they're gonna, figure it out. Being they have a whole few new pieces, but I like New York, man. I really like New York, man. You just saw them tonight. You know what I'm saying? I really like how they're playing together. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. I like the Knicks. Shout out to, your pops, man. Shout out to Bernie, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's see what happens. I think the Knicks are doing very well. I think Brunson does not have to go out there and will his team to victory. And it's not like an all-guard lineup anymore. Like, they actually have, even though you had Randall hurt, I just really feel like everything on both sides, everything is going to work out on both sides, Bobby.
But on both sides. Oh wow! Hey, Bobby, I'm gonna let you get it. I'm gonna let you get your take off. But as I see here, ladies and gentlemen, it's crazy. From time to time, we have people who have other things to do, and when they make time for us, we have to definitely give them some props. So in the back right now is a gentleman that I have grown to know. We've all got
don't mess up this man's last name.
He's a gentleman, a scholar, and he will always let us know what the Weather Channel is saying in and around his area. Everybody give a big round of applause to Allen Peralez. Allen, what's going on, brother?
He did it again, didn't he? He did it again.
You've been trying to paralyze this man for like 2 years.
No, don't worry. Sam's doing it too now, so it's crazy.
Big shout out to Sam, man. My dog Sam. Allen, man, welcome to the show, brother.
Also, ain't nobody care about no damn Knicks.
Hey, we're gonna
I will say though, I do agree with Jay on one thing. They are going to be a fun team to watch.
We are going to let you get your thoughts off, Allen, because we did not forget about you. We're going to let Bobby answer the question real quick. Bobby, well, as we were speaking on, because when we let Allen go, we gotta let him go. We're gonna let him fly off the handle on this one. We got about 20 minutes. We're gonna let him do his thing because he missed the first
not on 5 seconds. We're already started.
But Bobby, and your thoughts of the Knicks right now, with the move of Karl Anthony Towns, shall this be an impact or a step back?
I get to say something you've probably been dying to hear all night. Jay, you're wrong, and here's why. The Karl Anthony Towns move is an impact move for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Whoa.
So much so that if Anthony Edwards doesn't play like MVP James Harden, they will not make the playoffs. What were you thinking picking up Julius Randle? I would have literally taken anybody on the roster over Julius Randle. I would not have settled for anything less than OG Anunoby.
Oh wow!
I would have gone to baseball and got Rich Hill.
Damn.
My best player dominates driving to the basket. Why would I want someone in the lane to impede that progress? That's what made the dynamic between he and Cat work. Cat was a lazy big man who wanted to stay on the outside. It worked because Anthony Edwards drove to the basket. They traded him because they were afraid of not being able to trade him 2 years from now. Management, make it make sense. I'm afraid of losing this player for nothing 2 years from now. So I'm going to trade you today. You could have waited till the summer. Somebody else is going to come available. Somebody's going to be disgruntled. Somebody's going to be upset somewhere better than Julius Randle. Somebody's going to have a draft pick to offer you, or you can draft a player better than Julius Randle. Minnesota they just turned the printer on for the ticket that Anthony Edwards is going to use to get out of town. That's what they did.
Wow.
Putting this trade together. Now for the Knicks, I agree with you. It'll work out because Karl Anthony Towns does exactly what you need with the construction of this roster. Brunson likes to work in that mid-range area, get his turnaround, and Cat spaces the floor for that. The pick and pop game is undeniable. It'll get better as the season goes on. Bridges, fire your shooting coach. Why are you changing your jump shot? You were a good shooter before. OG looks to be healthy and he's ready to get like their roster is perfectly. I like the construction of their roster. For them, I wish they could have kept White Dante. That would have made sense. But yeah, if they can figure out the backup PG situation, although I do like what I'm seeing from Campaign, he's kind of been a consistent vet. So, I can't be too mad, but I just defensively, he gives you White Dante gives you more than Cam would give you. So you're going to miss there. But just from an offensive state, if they chemistry wise get it together, Mitchell Robinson can be healthy because the only thing that can really mess things up to me is having to put Cat at the 5. If you get into a situation where you have to play him at the 5, that's going to be a problem for the Knicks. So as long as they can get a big and keep a big next to him, they'll be fine.
I feel you. So once again, everybody, this is the LTS in the Hoop Show. I'm your boy KWhit. Your mom's #1 draft pick. We got Jay on the MIC. We got Audible Bobby G right here, and we got Allen Peralez in the building. Allen, let me talk to you, my brother. Let me talk to you. So this segment right now is called Impact or Step Back. We're talking about teams that have made some moves in the offseason and whether or not those moves will have an impact or have them take a step back. And as I see here, a certain team added a young black man. We didn't know he was black, but I knew. Isaiah Hardenstein and Alex Caruso to the roster in the offseason. I believe we're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. As you see, as they are currently constructed with these two additions, along with a second place runner up to the MVP, your guy, my guy, Shea Gilgeous Alexander on the squad, and a host of others, along with a bunch of other picks all the way to 2032 that are somewhere in the first round. Do you think that this current construction of roster from 2024 with the two additions, man, will be have an impact on this OKC season, or will they take a step back? Your turn, bro.
I can't say that they're going to take a step back because I think you're still going to get production from your top guys for sure. I like the Caruso move because it gives them a veteran presence that they really didn't have on this team, especially with the younger guys that you have. I love, Hardenstein coming off the bench is going to be great. You got that bench depth. It adds more depth to that defense that they got. They're playing well so far, starting out. Been a lot more of a they're emphasizing more on defense so far in the early going, which they've kind of proved that here in the I know they're tied with the Jays, Portland Trail Blazers of all teams right now, but still pretty solid start for them. And what I love so far from what I've seen in this team is that the attitude from last year, everything could have fallen apart after losing that game, that series to Dallas. Everything could have fallen apart mentally, what have you. But this team never wavered. They still play as a unit. You still see, even after games are finished, they still do interviews as a team, post-game interviews as a team, which is a unique little wrinkle that I love about it, is that, they're going to show that they're a connected unit on and off the court, which is something you rarely see in NBA teams nowadays. You see them rarely be connected. Even the new guys, even Caruso and Hardenstein have both been, added in. I think Caruso the other night was the one that led the barking at the end. So I'm excited. I think it'll ultimately lead into an impact down the line. I'm not saying that they'll be the team to beat in the West, because there's a lot of good teams in the West this year. But I think it's going to help them give that veteran presence that they needed last year to making their run. So I'm excited for it.
Man, Jay brought it up earlier. They are undefeated right now at 4-0. J.O. Bobby, when you think about the OKC Thunder, man, what we look. I know Jay was kind of waiting on Allen to get his week to go off about it. So yeah, man, what you thinking? 4-0 undefeated OKC, man. How we feeling?
I just got a question for him. Like, do you think they're going to have to pick up a real center, or do you think Chet will survive?
I think Chet will be fine. He's looked fine so far. So I think that's the one guy that people have not talked about so far in the first 4 games is Chet Holmgren. I think he's getting slept on a little bit.
I mean, I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm, not to jump in on Bobby's joint, but like he looked pretty good against Wemby the other night.
I mean, but
of course, San Antonio is still San Antonio, but he looked pretty good up against Wemby.
But they're the same. Like, I'm talking about him going up against real centers, especially post All-Star. Once we now positioning for playoff position, or jockeying for playoff position, and that game slows down just a little bit and it gets a little bit more physical, is he going to be able to be your 5 in the playoffs? Or do you need to go get some? I mean, Carl Anthony ain't no twig. Can't play the 5. You know what I mean? So that would be my only concern with OKC.
I think he'll be fine. If he continues to play the way that he has so far, I think he's started to show a little bit more physicality so far in the early going this year. again, I feel like he's the one guy that's getting slept on. I know you've got SGA who's been balling lights out. You know, Jalen Williams has been great here to start out, but I think Chet's getting slept on a little bit. You know, it's kind of like, you know, what was it, a couple of years ago when they were trying to make a play-in run? A lot of teams were sleeping on really Lou Dort back then, and he ended up being one of the better defensive players that kind of helped get that team into the playoffs a couple of years ago. So I don't know. I just think from what I've seen of Chet so far, I think he's got a little bit more build to him than what he's had in the past. I think he's been a little bit more physical. And that's something as OKC fans here, they love seeing him be physical. Hopefully he doesn't get hurt. Fingers crossed.
Right.
But you know, that's kind of something that we need. And then, you know, I think having Caruso be that veteran guy to kind of spell him a little bit, I think that's going to help out in the long run too.
I like that. Jay, I remember you was going to say a couple things. You want to go ahead and put in your hat in on the OKC conversation?
We'll see by the end of the night. You know, we'll see, you know, how you know, Blazers and Thunder are playing tonight.
Hey.
So we're gonna see. We'll see. So far, yeah, don't worry about that. You know, we so far, you know, not, you know, we're only down by 2 points. So we'll see. We'll see if we can sustain some type of, or not even sustain. We'll gain some type of traction, you know, with these young guys. But as far as OKC, I feel like the addition of Caruso was big. You know, he's still, you know, I guess just now coming back from injury, so to say, you know what I mean? Like finally healthy. So we'll see how the team as a whole, and you know, Hartenstein, once he gets healthy, we'll see how the team as a whole can go further into. I would say I kind of agree with Bobby. Like they probably need some inside help other than Hartenstein. I think Hartenstein should be enough. You know, at this point, you know, that's what they got him for. But excuse me. Just, you know, you never know. And it doesn't have to be like a big name. Just somebody. There's plenty you know, we just watched my guy from Lord. Dallas.
Gafford?
No, not Gafford. No, not who was Lord, who was just playing in the first game? Who we just watching in the first game?
First game tonight.
Anyway, yeah, the Cavs and the
Cavs and the Magic.
Yeah, the Magic. That's God, Lord, but guy. Anyway, he's off the bench. Tall guy, big guy.
Jonathan
anyway,
Isaac.
There you go, Jonathan Isaac. All right. So I'm just saying, like there are guys that's just scattered around the league that, you know, you got a Kongu who they're trying to still work out. In Atlanta had a big night the other night. You know, they're still trying to see if he can, you know, be a big piece for that team. There's just a lot of people who are still, you know, even some big guards, you know what I'm saying, that you know, big forwards, so to say, that play like the 3 position can be some type of help. Because, you know, I mean, it ain't got to be like a big flashy name.
Yeah.
But I think they're doing well. I think you know, they're doing okay. You know what I'm saying? We're still down in this game. I'm actually watching the game as we speak. So, you know, it is what it is. But no, I think OKC they've made a strong push to get better. I don't think, you know, getting Klay Thompson makes you a strong playoff team. That's they they're better, but I don't think they're a strong playoff team. We'll see if health comes into play, and then what? You know what I'm saying? Because what if, what's the point of, if it's just one of them by themselves? You know what I'm saying? And they're back in the same. I'm just, I don't know. I was surprised to see how it worked out for them at the end of the season. We will see. It's always about health. It's too early, man.
Yeah.
I'm just enjoying being a fan. That's it.
To me,
Man.
OKC is like the Boston of the West. The only question is it going to take them 7 years to figure it out like it took the Celtics?
I mean, we got the draft picks to stock for it. So
I was about to say they sure got the picks though. I tell you that. One thing I think we pretty much alluded to, and I want to get to before we get too deep into time, and Alan definitely could join us on this one. So I heard both Bobby and Jay mention health, and as the NBA season started, there were some teams who started the season off with health concerns. Big names, big places, new exchanges, new contracts, but somehow health is involved with both of these. So we're going to do a little failure to launch right here. And in perspective, we talked about Lonzo, with that Lonzo. Yeah, Lonzo coming back after 2.5 years. We're going to talk about first a player who we talked about over the summer in the Olympics, who was sent home from from USA Basketball due to him not being completely healthy to play in the Olympics, man. And that gentleman is actually Kawhi Leonard. So let's talk about the Clippers first, gentlemen. First off, I want to just throw this out there, man. My guy, a fan favorite of owners, Steve Ballmer, helped put together the Intuit Dome, which costs, guess what, guys? Guess what? A whopping $2 billion. And somehow, some way, doesn't have a star player to play in it right now. But he does have James Harden. He does not have a healthy Kawhi Leonard. He does have Terrence Mann. He does have Zubats. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? They were thinking that Kawhi Leonard would be the marquee to open the Intuit Dome with, to probably have him say some speech and get the dome rocking. I have seen all kinds of virtual tours of this arena, gentlemen, and the Clippers finally have a home and do not have to play or live in the shadow of the Los Angeles Lakers. So as we see it from our perspectives, just on the Clippers, how can we take what has gone on with them as a failure to launch without Kawhi Leonard right now?
I mean, until they win a championship, they're always going to live in the shadow of the Lakers for sure. Because that's the team that they're always going to get compared to, regardless of how good they are in the season, how good of a team they end up being. That's always the team that they're going to get compared to, is the Lakers. It's not going to. It doesn't matter what building they're in. They're always going to get compared to the Lakers. They had everything set up. You had Paul George there. You had Kawhi Leonard there. You had the team to do it. But much like a lot of other teams do when they build rosters like this, just couldn't get the job done, especially in the postseason. Not to make analogies in other sports, but the Clippers are like the Chargers. A lot of talent coming in, have everything that they need to succeed, can't win the games. Same thing with the other team, another team in another sport, the Seattle Mariners. A lot of good talent on that team. A lot of young star talent on that team. Can't get it done when it matters most. That has basically been the story of the LA Clippers in the 2010s and 2020s. All the talent in the world. They have everything they need to get there, but they can't get over the hump. And now with Kawhi out, again, you've got Terrence Mann there, who could be maybe a budding young star, and an aging James Harden. I don't even know if the Clippers make the playoffs this year.
Wow.
I don't see a world, especially with Memphis being back, with Ja being back in Memphis. again, the West is stacked with some good teams. I really don't see the Clippers being a postseason team this year. I really don't.
Allen may have a point with that one, bro. Yeah, Clippers. In the eyes of the beholder, fellas, what are we thinking?
Pardon me. Steve Ballmer needs to take Kawhi Leonard to court and literally keep him there until every dime he's paid him has been spent on lawyer fees. Because if I don't get to use your talents and I'm paying for it, and you don't get to spend the money on anything that you want, that I'm paying you for it. Like, bruh, it just doesn't make sense. Like, being a Cleveland fan and being a Browns fan specifically, I've heard for the last 3 years of how terrible Deshaun Watson's contract is. And it's it was the worst thing in sports. No, Kawhi Leonard's contract was the worst thing in sports.
Wow.
Because ain't nothing wrong with that dude. He just don't want to play. Like I don't know. I don't know what happened in his life. He just decided he did not want to play basketball anymore. But that he just wanted to get paid for it. And to his credit, it has worked out for him. Because people keep giving this dude money to show up and be basically he's a trophy wife. Come to the arena, sit on the bench, wave to the people. They say, hey, wait till we get that guy back, and then we go home and watch these fuckers lose every game. Like, we've been doing this for the last umpteen. How are you gonna let a dude who didn't miss the whole playoffs because he was hurt go try and play in the Olympics?
Man,
make it make sense.
Man,
how do you? It's like being a parent and your kid does something stupid and still comes to you like, hey, mom, dad, can I go to the dance? No. You mean? No. Did you not just realize you just brought home a report card for the F's? I'm like, bro, like, I know you paid me $50 million to play in these playoff games that I missed, but can I go play for Team USA? No. Bro, go get healthy. Like, so yeah, Steve Ballmer, man, you're a billionaire. And there's a saying, he has FU money. And, there's a saying, what's the point of having FU money if you never say FU? So I'm going to say FU, and I'm taking you to court, and not because I want the money back, but I'm just going to make you spend it on lawyer fees. And then once you're broke, I'm going to drop the case, and we can go back to living regular life.
Wasn't Kawhi Leonard the one that wanted to play with Paul George too?
Hey, man.
Was Kawhi the one that wanted to play with Paul George? Is he part of the reason why Paul George?
Paul George is Paul George.
We'll get to that too.
Kawhi Leonard, yes, forced Paul George. He forced the Clippers to get Paul George there earlier than because he would have been there anyway.
Yeah.
Keep in mind,
load him out of OKC.
Keep in mind, LA fans, you traded away SGA, a future star in the NBA, for Paul George.
Right. What a rental.
Imagine where you could be now.
That's crazy.
I will forever be grateful to Kawhi Leonard if Oklahoma City wins an NBA title.
They won't, but it's not, it's nice to dream.
You know what? The sad part about the Clippers actually making that move and ending up where they are, where they just have it's like, nah, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that.
Go ahead,
yeah, it's like having. Let's just put it like this: it's like having a Ferrari hat and you riding a moped. Right. I mean, it's just not. You saw it coming, like you saw it coming. You saw them when they made that deal. Like, man, damn, I hate, man, SGA, the Oklahoma City Thunder gonna be a good team, man, because of this. And we're gonna look back at, damn, you should have kept him. He would have been all right. And if we're not quite the novice fan, but as soon as they made that trade, that was like the first thing you say to yourself, like, damn, 6'7" point guard from Kentucky.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. He was gonna end up being something. Like, as soon as they made the deal, it was like, damn, all right. hope they get a championship out of this damn Kawhi and you know, Paul George little duo. And that was that. Here we are.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, we could watch it all though, and it's great. Make some noise, because you get a free ticket. So make a lot of noise. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, it's a great atmosphere to watch a game in. But it's terrible to say that all you have is James Harden to watch it. You know, to watch while you're in it. You know what I'm saying? That sucks. So get your tickets to the Clippers game while you can, because they're dirt cheap. For $1,000, you can be front as close as you can be, which is awesome. You know what I'm saying? So get it now, yo. Like, I'm telling you, because
the only way they're selling that stadium out is if the Lakers are in the building.
Nah.
I did
Well, that's one of the times that it's already sold out, because people are just, LA is just, you got to look at it. You got
It's kind of like going. It's like kind of going to AT&T Stadium right now and watching a terrible product. Dallas Cowboys.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had to talk some football.
There we go. Yeah. Hey, you're right.
Like we need some people to get together. We need a board to decide what players can demand. Because who said Kawhi could demand all that in the first place?
Hey, Allen got stuck talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's what comment.
They brought that bad juju in here. like LeBron James takes a lot of flack.
Yeah.
For quote unquote putting together teams or wanting this or wanting that. But guess what? At least he won.
Hey,
he wanted to play with the superstar, but at least they won a championship. Oh, he put together a team in Cleveland, but at least they won a championship. Oh, he didn't get. At least he won a championship. Kawhi Leonard was drafted to the San Antonio Spurs, who were rolling. They would have won without him. He then went to Toronto, who was a player away. He didn't construct that team. The GM did a great job. Took a chance on Kawhi. Say, I'm a 1-year rent this dude.
I don't think they were going to win without him.
But I mean, what I'm saying is, like, he then goes to LA and decides, oh, I can pick and choose who you didn't do it before. These teams were constructed without you. You joined them. So who decided now that you get to no, you don't get to construct. Join another team, because you're not that guy. You're not the GM type.
But that's crazy how your career evolves. That's that's the one thing about his you know, his whole body of work is like, you just started from San Antonio. It's like, you know, you're like the secret weapon, and now you're I don't know.
He went to the perfect situation in Toronto. Granted, he got the job done. I would give him credit, but like he had nothing to do with Kyle Lowry getting there, or Marc Gasol, or Jerry did an amazing job.
Ibaka.
Yeah. And now you want bring Paul George here. We don't even know if you can play with this dude. Bring James Harden in. James Harden's style doesn't fit you or Paul George. Paul George needs the ball in his hands. Like, you're not, just sit back and let your people around you do their jobs, and you just play basketball when you feel like it.
But it's a fail.
Yeah.
But it's great. Every game that they're gonna they're gonna actually be televised. They're gonna just be in different parts of the arena, showing off. Hey, check this part out of the arena, y'all. Forget the game. They did get down. They're down by 40. So yeah, check this out, everybody. Like,
everybody holds their left hand up in the stadium.
yeah,
you're right. No, you're right.
Yeah.
And as we talk about injuries on the Clippers side of the ball, we're going to go to one more team because we get closer and closer to the top of that hour. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the LTS family of podcasts. This is LTS in the Hoop. Fellas, man, on the other side of the world, there's a team in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, who somehow magically acquired Paul George for $212 million for 4 years. But at the same time now, they gave Joel Embiid a contract extension worth $193 million through 2029. The contract pretty much guarantees Embiid for $299 million, ladies and gentlemen. And we have not been able to see the product of Paul George and Joel Embiid in a Philadelphia 76ers uniform as of yet. This is also another failure to launch, in my opinion, as we were looking at players like Tyrese Maxey coming back better than ever, pick and roll going crazy, you know what I'm saying? And living the life of Riley as of having to not necessarily be the second option. He could be he's like 2A if Paul George and Joel Embiid are healthy. But unfortunately, we have not seen the health transpire for either of these players as of yet. And it's equally disheartening as seeing what's going on with the Clippers. So as of right now, gentlemen, as we look at the presently constructed Philadelphia 76ers, let's talk about their failure to launch.
Oh, at least it was expected, though. Like, they didn't sell you a bill of goods like the Clippers. They knew the situation was. They told you ahead of time. We're planning and we're playing this season for the playoffs. Yes, we're going to load manage Joel Embiid. Yes, PG may not be ready. You know what I'm saying? At least so you knew going in. So I'm not mad at them. We just gotta wait and see, like we knew we were gonna have to do. But I mean, if it comes together, at least it fits. PG will be able to do his thing. This will obviously be the best big man he's ever played with. Because of his days in Indiana, we know how he functions with a functional big man. Let's just hope Embiid doesn't forget how to play like Roy Hibbert did.
Roy Hibbert.
When Jordan PG goes to the bench, Tyrone Maxey can come in. He can do his thing. He can also play without the ball when PG's in the game. So, like the way it fits, I just hope we get a chance to see it all work.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, man. I had another trivia question, but Allen is gone. This was a good one. I was gonna wait. I was like, I was gonna wait to the end, but nah, seriously, y'all. That's a disaster, man. The whole Embiid situation is a disaster because they tried to play it off as this man was okay. I mean, when you say, "Oh man, he all right," he all right. And you see this man just strapping up his damn knee brace and limping around and shit. And it's like, wait a minute. This man is not all right. What do you mean he's all right? The NBA is reaching out, trying to investigate. Like, yo, man, what you mean he's all right? He ain't all right. That dude ain't all right. And we've been saying that since he scored 70, man. Like, since he scored 70, this man has not been all right. What's going on? Like, hey, man, damn the process, yo. Damn the process. Like, I get it. They won the championship yet? No.
Yeah, the
You know?
I mean, you want a gold medal.
I think Nick's trying to hack my internet.
Oh, damn. Allen. Oh, damn. Check it out. So another person that goes in the Olympics and is like, dude, why are you here? What are you doing? Wait a minute. What happened this season, bro? Like, that didn't happen? You scored 70? Oh, man. I don't think I can make it. Oh, man. I don't think I can make it through and now you in the Olympics, bro? Come on, man. That I get it. Like we talked about it before. I'm all for you wanting to live some type of dream of getting an Olympic gold medal. Great. But damn, I you can't knock nobody for doing that, but damn, dog, like you don't feel like you just like really dupe these people for like millions of dollars and like it's just like, you know what I'm saying? But I got this gold medal. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got it.
we'll see. We'll see how this works out. But I get that, but are y'all really, you acting like they gonna like these dudes gonna be like Voltron. Like these dudes are gonna come on the court and they gonna win every game that they play together. Like, no, this ain't the Heatles. I'm just being real. Like this ain't like the Heatles got together. Like this is, these are, nah. These are two old dudes with a young guy with some energy. For real. It's like Lethal Weapon 3 or some shit. Like what? Yo. Nah.
A young guy with gumption.
That might be Jay's greatest soundbite ever.
Oh man, that's crazy. I was a big fan of this. Even oh man, you think you can come to Philadelphia? Everybody thought that was so cunning and nah, man. They should have shot you down before you say, hey man, he get to give him the look. They should. No, don't do it. Don't let him go out there. I don't know, man. I don't know. That was it's been a mess. You thought so? It's early. What I say? No, hold up. Positive. They can do it. They can do it.
They can do it.
They can do it.
Yeah. Allen, I know you missed it just in case you want to throw your 10 cents in, man. We did talk about the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard being injured, but right now we're talking about the Philadelphia 76ers acquiring Paul George for a bag and then giving Joel Embiid even bigger bag through the year 2028, 2029.
Right, they're gonna clone another one or some shit.
Jay, what's the score of the game, Jay?
You know who's the happiest man right now in this whole situation? Jimmy Butler.
Wow.
For getting out of Philadelphia.
Wow.
I think he felt that the chaos was coming a mile away.
What the hell happened?
It got out of there in a hurry.
You went somewhere with that one, Alan. I like that.
So I have a feeling that Jimmy Butler is the happiest man on earth right now. Even while he's still in Miami, and Miami's not that great on paper, he still got to an NBA Finals before the 76ers did. With
Damn,
Miami. So.
Oh my
God.
God.
Timberwolves too. When you think about it.
Yo, man, look.
It's 108.87 right now. Why he's upset.
Oh, okay.
Chauncey Billups, yo. Check this out. If you want to do your Mansky shit, man, go do it in another gym somewhere, man. Like, sorry. Teach. You want to teach the game? You want to teach young kids? Go somewhere else, bro. We need to win, bro. We need to win. This is impossible. This is impossible, man. This is like develop. You know what I said? And I wrote this down. We moved to the G League. What are we doing? We got a G League team.
Not a G League team, bro.
Dog, we the G League, dog. We're in the G League, man.
Well, we're gonna let Allen and Jay catch these final scores, man, because we get to the top of the second now. Wait, Bobby's out. Yeah. Okay. So, real quick, guys, the buzzer beater for today. You know how we do each and every day. We do appreciate everybody for sticking around for these 2 hours talking basketball. We will be back again next Friday to do the same thing and talk more and more. We're going to get some more impacts and more step backs as well. And we're going to see if Jay can get us another question. Do us a little trivia again as well. So, real quick, guys, way too early. Finals predictions. So,
Crazy.
if we got two teams, East and West, guys, going to the NBA Finals right now, we don't need no long answers. Two teams. Allen, you can go first. We already know one of your teams, but you go first. Way too early. NBA Finals prediction.
I mean, Boston in the East for sure. And it's either going to be Memphis or Oklahoma City in the West.
I like that one. Jay, I see you pondering over there. I think you kind of gave me a hint of who you think about, man. But NBA Finals prediction, man. Who you thinking? Oh, Bobby's back, I think. Oh.
There he is.
Man, it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna be man. I don't want to say Grizzlies. But you know what? Suns, Knicks.
Ooh.
And that's not happening, but
it'll be fun. Way too early NBA Finals predictions, bro.
I know you didn't mention his name, but you had to pick the Suns, didn't you?
They had to hurt him some kind of way since
had to do it.
Team on it.
The West is too wide open.
It is. It really is.
Way too early finals prediction?
Way too early. Yes, sir.
Boston, Memphis.
Ooh, I like that one. And for me, man, I'm gonna go. To be real, I honestly think it'd be funny if we see another Boston Dallas matchup. For real. If Boston and Dallas somehow line it up one more time, and then we get to see the difference of Luka playing with Clay if he's healthy, and like them not, scaring Kyrie up, I think that'd be something interesting to see. Hey guys, in other news, guess what? Bronny James scored his first basket in Cleveland. Ladies and gentlemen, let's.
That's the wrong. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bronny James scored his first basket in Cleveland. Back at home. What you think about it? Real quick, what you think about that, Bobby? He scored his first basket at home in Cleveland in the Q. What you think?
Let's go ahead and get into the G League.
Might as well, right? What do you think? We'll get into the G League, get a ball out.
Hey, it was great. I'm glad we got to brought it up. With him scoring, him being on the court with his dad when it finally happened, you see what it all is about. You know what I mean? And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Who else can be able to say, like, I played NBA with my son? We was actually in a game together. That's it. A lot of people don't look at it as big, but okay. Just as simple as that. And he got his first 2 points. All right. I got to go on a road trip. Now take your ass to the G League so I can, just play. But, it was great. It was great, you know what I'm saying, for them to share that moment. And then, now he can get, you know what I'm saying, he can come along as he needs to. And hopefully he comes back better. And, but it was great. It was great to watch. Great to see. But this is not. We're almost down by 30. But
Allen, your thoughts on Bronny's first points, man, and we're gonna get up out of here.
I mean, good. Get it out of the way. Get the propaganda done and over with. get him some reps in the G League. He needs more repetition on the court, I think, before he's ready to make.
Oh no. I think he was going to say before he's ready to make the move to a full-time NBA player. What you was going to say, Allen? That was about right. Oh,
I was gonna say, yeah. Good to get it out of the way. Send him to the G League. He'll be fine.
Yeah, man. I didn't want them to have Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr.
Am I on mute or something?
I didn't want them to have Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. following from like stadium to stadium, the game to game until he scored a point. So I'm glad they got it out the way so they could, had that moment on the court and hey, man, he could move on and get to developing his own thing. But fellas, this was a great show. I think we did real good. We locked it in for a solid 2. Bobby G, what you got going on this week?
Hey, watching my son QB1 lead his team to the championship tomorrow. So let's get that done. But other than that, you can catch me on Thursdays on the Thursday night football post game show. I know we missed the episode last week. Apologize for that. But we was back this week. We'll be there next week, and actually we got a good game next week. So yeah, we definitely be there for that one. And you can catch me Fridays as usual, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. 3-hour difference with 3 hours.
Three, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. You can catch me on the Audible Sports podcast where sports meets life and culture. Even though tonight was a sweet episode, talked about Halloween candies and stuff. Had a good laugh. So, that's and of course on social medias, right there at Audible_podcast and at Audible_Bobby G. So there you go.
I was laughing because, man, you scared me, man. When you was talking about my young guy that dropped the ball, but I digress. You know what I'm saying? I caught a bit of that. I wanted to get my candy in, but everybody, I've never seen so many people go berserk. They want to say over candy. I was like, yeah, I'm not even going.
I was not expecting all of that, man. It was wild.
Yeah, that was a bit. I was like, damn, but Halloween candy. I think that candy corn. If you like candy corn, you either are on paint fumes or on crack. So that's why I said I was gonna stay out of that conversation. I was like, candy corn, y'all got to do candy corn, and how the fact that you do not like. All right, Tootsie Rolls. I wasn't the biggest Tootsie Roll fan, but the other ones that you said, another one that you said that you wasn't really big on. I was like, damn, Bobby, I was not big on candy. I don't know if I was stricken to candy. I don't think I was like, my mom just was like, nah, you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? My dad used to always say, if you swallow gum, it takes like 3 years for it to, I don't know what the hell every time you said, I was like, what? Then, it felt serious, but whatever. But no, I never was big on candy growing up. So I understand where you're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
I got myself more into candy as I got older. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I never was really big into candy. Reese's peanut butter cups. That's it. I can eat 100 of those in one night and then get dizzy and be like, "What did I do? What happened? What's wrong with me?" So yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's probably true. They say it takes you eat 100 candy bars, it's you get the same effect of taking 2 hits off a joint.
Wow.
Damn.
Somebody's gonna do that math and try and work that out.
That's it right there.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me, Whit. Don't tempt me.
Jay, man, what you got going on this week, bro?
Work. Oh my God. So yeah, but other than in the hoop, man, pretty soon going into the new year, y'all, I can't wait because I don't know if y'all noticed, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna be noticing some changes soon And I got some news for everybody soon. And I want everybody involved, man. And it's for the kids. And we're gonna have fun. And I might even get to see some of y'all in your hometowns. It's gonna be great, or close by, or whatever. So, be doing a lot of traveling going to the next year. But I hate to say it, like everything else is gonna be coming secondary. But I love to do the podcast. I can't wait. We're gonna have a good season ahead of us. And but I'm gonna be a traveling man. So I'm be in and out sometimes, and if not at work.
Hail to the Commanders.
23.
There you go.
I kind of, I forgot. Yeah, we kind of caught me in the. We will, Jaden 5. Check this out, y'all. Hold on.
Oh
God.
Yeah.
What have I
Jaden?
done?
Yeah, Jaden 5. Jaden 5. Y'all remember Johnny 5? Remember how Johnny 5? He had, what I'm saying, Johnny 5 short circuit. Remember and he like. You talking about the dude? I told y'all about this Oculus, son. I told y'all, son. 250 snaps a week extra to every other quarterback. I need input. Remember the movie? Johnny 5? Input. Jaden 5, son. That's my guy. Jaden 5.
Yo, Allen, man. what you got going on this week with the shows, man?
Well, what don't I have going on? Of course, we got our wrestling show every Friday night and Tuesday night. Did that before coming on here. Yep, definitely. Thank God Sam's asleep right now. Otherwise, he'd be blowing a casket. Yeah. So we talk SmackDown every Friday night. Talk Monday Night Raw every Tuesday night. Of course, we got a PLE on Saturday, so we'll be covering that.
Come on, y'all. Y'all can do it. Come on back.
Fantasy Gamblers tomorrow morning and Sunday morning, talking college football and the NFL respectively. Sunday night post-game show, we got Colts Vikings Sunday night, so should be a fun game to watch and talk about. And then baseball show on Wednesday. The Yankees lose, thank God.
Oh, dude. You had to bring it up. And then, of course, for me, man, big shouts out to Hodges52_ on Instagram. I see you, big dog. I see you. World champion in the comments on IG too. Shout out to Paige over there on the comments too on IG. We appreciate everybody on all social media platforms sharing and streaming. I appreciate y'all. Y'all know me, man. Wednesday night, we got head kicks and haymakers. This is a slow week right here for UFC because we got UFC fight night, but we're going to definitely check that Brandon Moreno fight out this weekend. And then I'm back in the building on Fridays, man. We're going to be doing In the Hoop with the gang. So come and rock with us, man. Once again, we appreciate y'all, everybody. NBA In the Hoop is back. We will be back Friday nights, 10 p.m. Make sure you check us out on the Let's Talk Sports streaming platforms and on YouTube. And we will be getting all the streams on all social accessible platforms as well. So we're having a good time. We did it tonight. We did the dang thing. Fellas, I appreciate y'all. We might as well go ahead and ride this thing on out.
I love it. You guys are so great.
Hey,